Valorize your mental health. Welcome to another beautiful masterpiece of danger signs we ignore in marriage. This time around, Flora acted the right way. You know she's a human rights activist, right? She had to double cross Madam Uchi, and Madam Uchi is feeling bad as we speak. So immediately Flora came and gave Madam Uchi that caught someone, right? Remember in the last episode. And Flora went back to her house. Madam Uchi decided to pay Flora a visit to find out what is happening because she knows that she has paid Madam Uchi some amount of money to work in her favor. So Flora, upon receiving the knock from the door, guess who she saw? Madam Uchechi. Madam Uchechi came into the house and told Flora that, Flora, what do you think you are doing? I paid you to work for me and now you are working against me. Or is it that you are planning another bold game for Angel in the court? I want to know your plan of action because 30 million is not a joke. And Flora told Madam Uchechi that, Madam Uchechi, look here, I never forced you to give me any money. My conscience, after taking that money from you, rode over my intelligence. It told me that I shouldn't do evil. I should not soil my hands with blood. And I decided to stand for the truth. That is what I am doing. So you just have to accept it, Madam Uchechi, Kisito's almighty mother. This time around, your money, it's gone and gone for good. Once that money enters my account, it is never refundable. In fact, the money, I have started using it already and taking care of those that don't have food to eat and those that don't have clothes to wear, those that don't have shelter. So I am taking care of them, and especially those facing marital abuse in the hands of their mother-in-law like you and in the hands of their husbands. So since they don't have a place to go to or what to start life with, so I am out with the money you gave me. Isn't that money working a just cause? Tell me, Madam Uchechi. Madam Uchechi wanted to slap Flora. Flora said, don't you dare it in your entire life. If you don't want to leave this place broken, don't you dare it to raise your hand to slap me. Bravo, Flora. This one is a good act from you. I thought you were actually going to betray Angel, but I knew you were up to something. So Flora said, yes, I actually took the money. I agree with you. But later on, my conscience told me that I shouldn't soil my hands with you. So I decided to follow my conscience. Is that something bad I did? And Madam Uchechi said, you cannot take my money and roll against me. Then refund the money back into my account. And Flora told Madam Uchechi that that money cannot be refundable. If you want the money, the court is there. Take me to court. But before you take me to court, let me tell you something. You see all the conversation you were having with me, I recorded them. You see all this one that you are telling me right now, it is still on record. And it is with my lawyer. It is with every blogger. So if anything should happen to me, the threats that you have been giving me, all are in record. So they are already out there. So if anything happens to me, you will be held responsible. So let me just let you know before you take your another plan of action. And Madam Uchechi said, you must be mad thinking that you can threaten me. Nobody threatens Madam Uchechi. And she left. Flora was smiling and telling her that, in fact, don't forget to finish my remaining balance, so because I'm using the money to be helping those that are being oppressed by you, and Angel is one of them, so I will help Angel out with the money, so don't forget to send my remaining balance. Flora was mocking at her, right? And she left. Now coming to Benita. My people, Benita came to see Angel. Guess what Benita was telling Angel? Benita was telling Angel that Angel is not supposed to be here at this point of time. Angel is supposed to be with Josh, mourning Kisito in Josh's arms. That why would she be staying in Kisito's house while mourning Kisito? That Josh is waiting for her. Josh has been opting to get married to her, and now is the perfect time for Josh to get married to her. And Angel was like, Benita, if I didn't know you too well, I would think you are a child to be reasoning in this manner. How can you be expecting a married woman, legally married for that matter, go and be mourning her husband in another man's arms? Where have you heard it in Africa? Where? This is unheard of. Why do you want to bring shame upon me by giving me this type of advice? Remember, I have gone through a lot in the hands of a man, and you want me to enter another man's arms just like that? Yes, Josh has been fighting for me. That is no denial. But the problem here is that I have to do it the right way. I have to get my mental health back. I need to make sure that my mental health is stable. I need to get back my self-dignity. I need to get back my career, get a life for myself. Then from there now, I will have a cool head after all this madness is over. Then I now think on giving Josh another second chance. Have you forgotten that I am pregnant? What if I move into Josh's house? Do you know what people will be saying? Have you forgotten the interview granted by Madam Uchechi on air concerning me that I team up with Josh to kill my husband, and now I want to move in with Josh to carry my husband's property. So do you want that story to look real? No. I never expected this from you, Benita. You cannot be telling me this. Please, for now, I prioritize my mental health. My mental health is what is all needed right now for me to be stable in order to have a life for myself. This is a very good one. Enjoy. I love this. Prioritize your mental health first before any other thing. Get self-healing from the torture given to you by Kisito before moving into the arms of another person. You are now thinking the right way, Angel, and don't let anybody suppress your thinking. And Benita was like, okay, I was just telling you my mind. Know that patience has a limit because Josh will not keep waiting for you for eternity. And Benita left. And guess what happened? Kelly on his part came to see Omar. Omar was like, Kelly, you came to visit me or you came for something else? And Kelly was like, don't I have the right to visit you? Must I visit you only because of Angel's case? And Omar was like, no, Kelly, don't get me wrong. You know that we have always been having our meetings based on toxic stuffs, right? And based on how to strategize to bring down Kisito or the mother. So that is what I'm used to with now, not knowing that you can still visit me and we chit-chat and smile and laugh. And Kelly said, yes, I came to see you. But actually, I wanted to have a date with you. Is it possible tomorrow we can have a date? And Omar was like, a date with me? Are you for real? And Kelly was like, yes, I want to take you out so that we can chat out there, have a drink, have food, have dinner, something like that. Just talk and laugh and live. And Omar was like, yeah, that is true. Having a date with me alone? Okay, I'm in for it. Let's say tomorrow by 1 p.m. I will be ready. Let's go for it. And it's been long. I went out for a date because it has been from one trouble to another. You know everything I can be telling you. And they had to agree to meet the next day around 1 p.m. Omar is surprised at Kelly's reaction. Like, Kelly, this one you want me to meet with you for a date. Hope all is well. And Omar was just smiling as they were smiling and chatting other things. Benita hurriedly left and asked Josh to meet with her. So when Josh came, Benita was telling Josh that your girlfriend, the woman you want to marry, the woman you are running after is telling me that she will not marry you now, that you have to wait until grass will grow under your leg, that she is prioritizing her mental health, her baby in her womb, her properties left to her by Kisito, and she have to take care of her mother-in-law. Who does that, Benita? How can you be saying this to George? And she was telling George that if your plan is to get married to Angel, forget about it because Angel doesn't have you in her agenda for now. And George was like, what? Why are you saying this? I thought you were Angel's friend. So why will you be speaking in this manner? Yes, I'm Angel's friend, but I cannot allow evil or see you suffer because you are a handsome man, a well-rich, handsome, young-looking man with everything that every woman will want to have from you. So that is the more reason I am telling you this, so that you can look deeper around you to see another single lady that you can get married to. After all, this woman Angel we are talking about is a widow and a pregnant one again for that matter. So why will you be running after her? Why she wants to be mourning Kisito and fighting for Kisito's property and staying beside her mother-in-law and taking care of her mother-in-law? No, George, I wouldn't like to see you in this type of a situation. And Josh was like, no, Omar, you don't have to be saying such a thing about Angel. But let me tell you something. Leaving Angel is a no for me. I love Angel so much. I cannot leave Angel for anything. I will do everything possible to make sure that Angel comes to my house. And Angel, whether she likes it or not, I know what to do to get Angel into my house. So do not bother about that. I will use the crook means to get Angel into my house. Josh is already getting toxic here, and Benita is already getting toxic as well. So you see that Kisito is gone. Now there is a new Kisito in Benita and a new Kisito in Josh that is about to rise up. And these two seems to work in collabo to bring down Angel. Now, I want you to tell me something. Why would Benita say that? Look deeper around you. You will see more beautiful ladies that are willing to embrace you and accept to get married to you. Is she talking about herself or somebody else? Hey, question to be answered as we keep watching. Now, coming now to Kelly. Kelly and Omar went out for a date. Omar was looking all gorgeous, radiant, and glowing. Just look at Omar. It's been long we saw Omar smiling like this, right? And Kelly was also smiling. Kelly was telling Omar that, Omar, I am happy seeing you happy. Your happiness means the world to me. And Omar was like, hey man, what do you mean by your happiness? My happiness means the world to you. Kelly said, I mean it. I'm not joking. I'm not flattering you. Your happiness means everything to me. So just know that, okay, that your happiness is everything that can ever happens to me. But for one thing I want to tell you here is that, ever since I've known you, I've gotten a soft spot for you. My emotions started building up from day one I set my eyes on you, especially with the aspect of you being family-oriented person. You are that person that always stand by the family. You are that person that always want the family to be fine, and the people around you, your loved one, you always fight for them. You always go out. You strengthen your length just to make sure that they are fine. So that is something that attracted me to you, and that is just the kind of woman I want in my life. That is the characteristics of a woman that I want to get married to. Omar was like married to me, talking about me or somebody else. Kelly was like, no, I am talking about you, so do not bother. I am talking about you. It's you I love. Omar said, please, you can't love me because I am 3 years older than you. What would the society say about our age difference, that I got married to somebody younger than me? No, Kelly, you are a good man. You are a good, handsome young guy that is always holding each and every woman's hands to support them. You always make sure that they are fine. You always fight for them. You always stand for them. I've watched you stood by Angel. I've watched you support Angel's family, support me myself. Even when I was down, when I was gang raped, you were there for me. This is the kind of man that every woman will want to marry. But now the question is that I am older than you. I cannot get married to you, because if I get married to you, society will talk and my people will talk. Everybody will talk. How will we go about this? And Kelly was like, I don't care what society think. What I think is my feeling for you and what I am going in for. Is it authentic? Is it peaceful? Is it collaborative? Is it cooperative? That is what I need. What is the understanding between me and this person? Do you want me to go and get married to somebody that is of my age, but that person will not be of understanding with me? No, Omar, I need you in my life, and it is you. I know what I am talking about. After all, I am an adult. So if I'm saying something, I know what I'm talking about. Omar, how many times have I called you? Age is just a number. Forget about that thing you are saying. 3 years difference is no big deal at all. Get married to Kelly because Kelly is your man, okay? Forget about what society will say. After all, Angel got married to somebody that is bigger than her in age. But what happened? She entered into a more toxic relationship that even almost took her life and that of your family. So are you still talking about age here? No, age is no factor when it comes to marriage. Are these two people understanding what they are going in for? Do they have a say into each other's life? How do they impact each other? How understanding are they to each other? Is there peace between the two of you guys? And the marriage, the institute of marriage, do you people respect it? So look at those things. How spiritual and how loving is this person? Look into all those things. You got married first to somebody that was bigger than you, and you were the one that divorced the person, that the person was immature, the person was toxic to your liking, and you left. So now you are telling Kelly that Kelly is younger than you, 3 years difference. So what is the difference here? So give in to Kelly, guys. What do you think about it? I think that Omar and Kelly are good to go. Now Omar spoke like that and left Kelly. Kelly was seated there wondering and crying that, God, I need this woman in my life because I love her so much. She's everything that I need in a woman. And now coming to Madam Uchi came in to meet Angel's mother in the room. She had to sit down to have a tete-a-tete discussion with Angel's mother. She said she wants to discuss with Angel's mother and talk to Angel's mother, woman to woman, mother to mother, mother-in-laws, that they want to have a discussion. And you know that her discussions are never good ones, right? She wants to reason with Angel's mother. But what is this thing that she wants to reason with Angel's mother for? Let's find out as we keep watching. But for now, I want to hear from you in the comment section below. What do you think about Benita and Angel's discussion about Angel moving into Josh's house and Angel telling Benita that no, she needs self-healing and also to have her identity back before getting into another man's arms? Then what do you think about Kelly and Omar? This issue of age, and do you think that Kelly is right by proposing to Omar? And do you think that Omar is right telling Kelly that no, Kelly has no right to propose to her because society would think different concerning the age difference? And now coming to Josh and Benita, what do you think about Josh and Benita as well? Do you think Josh is becoming more toxic here and what Benita is doing? Do you think Benita needs Josh for herself or she wants to just destroy these people? Then for Flora and Madam Uchi, let me hear from you. Do you think Flora did the right thing collecting Madam Uchi's money and distributing it to the poor and not doing what Madam Uchi asked her to do? Let me also have your point of view in the comment section below. But for me, I think Flora did the right thing here. Okay, Flora did the right thing, perfect one, collecting that money and helping the less privileged with it in the streets. And Now, Angel is valorizing her mental health, which is the most paramount here. She now thinks of herself, because if you don't help yourself, you cannot help the next person beside you. You need to help yourself out. And before helping yourself out, your mental health needs to be stable, because that is the first thing that makes you a human being, your mental health. If your mental health is not stable, you'll be seen as a mad person out there. And if you are mad, everybody around you is already in danger. Okay, so that is why we call it danger signs we ignore in marriage. See you in our next episode. From me to you all is love. If this is your first time watching us, kindly subscribe to join this beautiful masterpiece. All right, see you in our next video.